What's up, people? Back at it. Today's video is a quick one. It wasn't my original video, but it was something that I thought I needed to do a video on. So I did a little bit of research and we're gonna get into it. So today's video is 5 things that black men are lacking in today's age. The first thing, financial stability. What does it mean to be financially stable? If you work a 9 to 5 that does not pay at least 60% above expenses, you'll never be financially stable. Working a job in a 9 to 5 structure typically does not yield financial stability. We need to be able to find multiple streams of income. Basically, the name of the game is create multiple streams of income. Let me just put that out there. Hustling, street movements, scamming, all of that stuff. So cool, it's cool for the moment, but that's not a reliable source of income. Just gonna touch on it quickly. You can sell books, you can sell clothes, you can sell merchandise, you can write, you can make videos, you can produce, you can do odd jobs. You could do a million things you can do. Literally a million things you can do. Your income or your living expenses, like your rent and things like that, should not exceed 15 to 20% of your income. All of us who are living above that threshold, we need to start downscaling, downsizing if it's possible. Now that was a rant, but the second thing that black men need in today's age is confidence and courage. Why do I say that? Social media has very insecure about their stability, their manhood, about their relationships. Before social media and this evolution of whatever we have right now, it's a man's world. It is no longer a man's world. Newsflash, men, black men especially, it is no longer your world. It is now becoming a female-driven world. And we have to be able to adapt to that in order to survive and progress. So confidence and courage is a very manly thing. The confidence, it's a trait that is admirable, and it's something that's been lost over the last 5 years or so because of the social media thing. Comparing ourselves to other men, comparing ourselves to women, comparing ourselves to societal norms and societal standards. It's a very tough thing. The number 3 thing I think that black men need to also understand, which should have been number 1, knowledge of self. Now, I don't think this applies just to black men. I think this applies to people in general. It's a very important tool to have. When the black man realizes who he is, his life should change dramatically if he is able to make the adjustment. And the reason I say that is because we can have the knowledge, we can have the information, putting those things into action that makes the wise man a wise man. It's actually applying what you've learned, what you've seen, what you've experienced that makes you wise. So for black men, having a knowledge of who you are is very important. It helps courage, it helps everything. Once you know who you are, you can't be steered wrong by society, by friends, family, anybody. You know who you are. The 4th trait that we're lacking is leadership. As a black young man, and looking at younger black men, it's very disheartening to see the lack of leadership. Most of the times, we're gonna accept advice from musicians, athletes, celebrities, because those are the people that we aspire to be. We generally don't aspire to be doctors, lawyers, politicians, and blah, blah, blah. And we don't generally see them in the forefront as leaders. With the emergence of all of these videos being produced and all of these motivational speakers and X, Y, and Z, we do have a little mix, but by far, it's not on any type of platform that Martin Luther King stood on, Malcolm X, or even Jesse Jackson. We don't have any leaders of today. Just think about those names that I listed, and you can think about what time that was. 1960s, 1970s, 1950s maybe. Now bring that 50 years forward, and you can see there's nobody like that right now. Barack Obama, outside of that, we don't really have any leaders. So black men have to be not afraid of being leaders, leading by example. And it's a very important tool that can be utilized to spread a certain type of mentality that black men need to survive in this world that was not created or designed for us. And the 5th and last thing, this is gonna come as a little surprise, but the last thing is how to recover from rejection. Now, I know you're laughing at this one, but it's a very important skill to acquire because rejection is a necessary force that is needed to spring resiliency. When you're rejected, you have two choices. Either I can go past this rejection and this no, or I can retreat and give in to the no and rejection. Because of how society looks at us, how we've been pictured in the media and all of these things, dealing with rejection is not an easy. Even social media doesn't help the rejection. Because if we go talk to a female and she rejects us, like, oh, I got a man or da-da-da, it's like, f you. I'm trying to talk to her ass fat, but we can't have that anymore, man. We got to do better. Myself included. I'm not exempt from this. I got to do better. I got to show a better example too. I have to show better examples. I don't think no one is exempt or above this because I think we all have attributes that need some fine-tuning. This life that we live is all about learning. These 5 things could greatly help black men. I think I need to do a video about 5 things that black women are lacking in today's age. But I'm going to think about that and get back to you on that. So, till next time.